If you're a senior developer setting up an OAuth or OpenID Connect identity provider, or you're just learning about .NET and identity, you've come to the right place. Did you know that you can set up Duende IdentityServer in less than 1 hour? It might even only take as long as this video. Let me show you. You'll need to install the latest version of the Duende templates from the command line. There are several project templates that you can start with, using different stores for configuration data or user data. We recommend starting with the Duende IS templates to set up a new instance of Duende IdentityServer. Opening the solution, you will see the contents of your new projects. Let's run the project to see what you have so far. Here we go, a working Duende IdentityServer. The welcome page provides quick access to the most essential resources, including the Duende documentation, licensing, and developer community pages. Now let's see if we can log in. The Duende IdentityServer template comes with 3 hard-coded users. Alice and Bob are regular users that you can use while developing your solution, and an admin user that can access the administration dashboard in the project templates. If you log in as the admin, the dashboard shows details about your identity server, such as the database info, clients, and licensing details. The menu on the left also lets you configure clients, scopes, inspect server-side sessions, and much more. Keep in mind that each page in the admin dashboard comes with guidance and links to the relevant documentation. Now I know I said 1 hour to get to a working Duende IdentityServer, but it looks like we're up and running already. Let's see if we can connect a web application to it. Back in the IDE, I'll add a new project and create a new ASP.NET Core application using Razor Pages. I'll disable authentication for now. In this project, let me find and open the program.cs file and make a small edit to the code. We'll want to add authorization for all Razor pages in the app. Now let's run our application and take a look at what happens. You'll again see the browser open, immediately showing an error because no authentication is configured yet. Let's fix that to use your newly created Duende IdentityServer. Back in Duende IdentityServer, open the clients and then create a new interactive client, which is the typical flow used in web and native applications. You'll need to give it a name and set the client secrets. The secret should probably be more elaborate, but let's go with something simple for the demo here. You'll also need the application URL for the web application project we just created. Let's click the Create Client button and then continue to its configuration page. There are more client settings, but for now, let's go with as much of the defaults as possible. One thing I'll do is update the scopes to also include the email and profile info. Another thing I'll do is require user consent so that the user can explicitly allow sharing all of this information with my client application. On the client configuration page, you can view the sample client configuration code that you can add to your web application to set up authentication with IdentityServer. Let's copy it and then jump back into the IDE and update the web application codes. The configuration code goes into your client's program.cs where you configure the services. After pasting the code, you'll see a few errors that can be fixed by installing the Microsoft OpenID Connect package into your client projects and then adding the necessary using statements to make sure there are no compilation errors or missing references. Your IDE can definitely help you here. Since you set a client secret, you'll need to configure the client application to use it here as well. One last thing is to prove your login works. In the web application's index page, you'll add a short snippet of code to render the claims of the currently logged in user, so we can see what information is in there. With that out of the way, let's rerun the application. You'll immediately see the Duende IdentityServer consent page because your web application requires authentication to access any page. You can consent to sharing data, and then you're back in your web application, which now shows the claims you got back from Duende IdentityServer using the OpenID Connect protocol. Less than 1 hour? Absolutely. There are many more things that you can do with Duende IdentityServer, and you'll probably also want to update the data store and where users are stored, etc. You may also want to update the UI and business logic to make sure Duende IdentityServer fits your needs. But that's the beauty of it. Duende IdentityServer lets you customize your identity solution in .NET to your needs. Make sure to check out the various documentation links and other quick start videos that we have available, and also go check out our Duende community on GitHub to connect with fellow developers and the Duende team. Till next time.